Here, let's try a point of view one. But you can probably hear me wheezing in this video, though, is the problem. So maybe you won't be able to hear what I'm doing. Looks like it's a pretty good view. See what I'm doing while I'm... Yeah. Do I want to do it there? I think I want to put it there. You know, usually I put it in the liner. Usually it goes there. I think with this one, I think I want it there. I think it'll look good, cool in there. Different than I've done before, too. And it won't ever show. That would show, which is fine. Yeah. You're seeing the whole process in this one, too. Of me getting my thread ready. And this is probably not how anybody else threads and does their threading or whatever, but I don't know how many people actually hand sew stuff. A lot of people use machines, which they're too stressful for me, so I'm not really a fan. But the way I did this is just how I was taught back in home ec, back in middle school, junior high to some people. No, 6th grade. I don't know, 6th grade. And I just never really cared for any of the other ways. They never held up as much. The thread, I don't know. This tends to be a lot better when you double the thread. You can't usually tell either. I mean, sometimes you can, but I like the way it does it. So yeah, like, you know. But this is me embroidering my logo, which of course is fair enough. Every single jacket I do, I embroider my name, so people know. Like I said, I usually do it on the inner liner. This one, I do here. And I've thought about doing this other ways. People have talked about a stamp, a pre-made patch that says my logo on it. I like doing it this way. It ensures authenticity because the way I do my name, God damn it, I already fucked it up. See, I don't want it on the outside. So sometimes that happens, and then you have to cut it and start over. Which is what you see in this video. Which sucks. I was hoping for a good, clean video. But maybe I'll edit this to get rid of bloopers. Because I guess that's what you'd call that, is that blooper. That's an oopsie. That's a I fucked up. But you know, that happens. A lot of times, I just deal with the mistake. Because it's another thing of how I do my stuff. My stuff is raw. It's not meant to look super clean. It's not about looking clean as it is the concept of it. Let's try this again. And this is a liner, so there's really no reason that I should go on the other side. But, yeah, see? Doesn't always do what you want it to do. So you end up fucking up a time or two. No, wait, I probably shouldn't sing in the video, because it's probably going to be bad. I probably won't post this initially. I'll probably edit this video, because it's a long one. Then post the full unedited video separate from this, maybe? I don't know. I never know what I want to do. So what also makes this more accurate is I never know what size my logo is going to be. I'm not very consistent with my said logo. I don't even know if this is really a logo. What other people have said is I need to have an actual logo. And I mean, I've thought about doing various things, but I'm not there yet. Maybe I'll get there eventually. I'm still an amateur. But you know, at 40-something years old, 44, going to be 45, I probably shouldn't take my time. But that's what I do. I don't like, oddly enough, for being an Aries, I don't really just jump into doing anything. I really do like to be prepared. Truly, truly like to be prepared. I like to know what I'm doing. Sometimes it takes me a long time to prepare, which, you know, is what it is. So I didn't really mean to make the F huge, but it happens. Yeah, you see me flipping because I want to make sure that I'm not getting through to the other side like I initially did, which looks terrible. Depending upon, of course, where it is. But this being a liner, I don't want it on the other side at all. I don't want it to be seen at all. Unless you flip it up. I also am aware that there's probably a better way to embroider this. But I kind of taught myself how to do this. No, I definitely did. There was no showing me how to do this. I just kind of was like, oh, well, this is how it works. Come on. You see, when I make the F that big, I need to make sure the E is that big. Like, that's just common sense, right? I don't know. So funny is I find myself to be a pretty good speaker, talker. I'm pretty good at communicating and not being super boring, except for when I'm by myself. Like, I'm sure this is boring as fuck for me having dialogue. I could be way more entertaining. Maybe if I had music on, that would make a difference, but, you know. then you might get a copyright violation, like I already did once. And that's obnoxious. Come on. Why are you being a punk? What is it? See, not always the same. And now I was at a weird angle when I did it. So now that E is all kinds of weird. I'm having issues because apparently the liner of this is really fucking tight to the... that was annoying. I don't know why it's being this way. This is going to look really weird when I'm done. Sometimes I do these and they're like super clean, and there's other times I do these and it is not like this one. It's definitely going to be a little wonky because right here. Oh, yes. Like the liner is like super close right there for some reason. There's no stitch. Oh, that was the problem. Aha. Didn't ruin it, did it? Okay. Let's see if this is a little bit easier now, because it was glued to itself. That's why I was having so many issues. I was like, why is there there's no stitch saying that it's... So it shouldn't have been searched. That's why I was confused. I have yet to figure out how to do a good O. The O and my G. So messy. Not terrible, but not the best either. The U is hard too. Anything that has a curve on embroidering, I don't know what the trick is. And I am sure there's a trick. My G's tend to be huge also. I'm trying to get that curve. But there's also like so much to a G. I'm going to make it look like a G and not a 6, apparently. That's an issue for me. I also have problems running out of thread while I'm still sewing. So then I have to pause. Tie it off. And when I'm embroidering, I don't know if this is always necessary. Because usually I've created a lot of knots in there and gone over each other and all that stuff. But I do it anyways. It's another one of those things that you know. I personally sewed this in. Because if a machine did it, you wouldn't see tiny little knots there and at the beginning. It just would be different, you know. You see those little details in it. So people have suggested that I use a sewing machine. To at least do this, but I'm like, then it's going to be like, there's something to be said about hand stitching things. There's more character to it. There's each stitch, each error, each thing kind of has its own story. Like I can look back at this and remember when I was stitching this, that I was telling you about where I messed up and about how the E is a little wonky. But, you know. So if you're actually still listening to this, I appreciate it. Because I feel like I'm boring. Because I'm not talking about anything. I'm just trying to learn and practice how to narrate these things. I just started making content about my jackets recently. I have lots of pictures. Lots and lots of pictures. Which I can show, and you'll see them. But not on everywhere. I don't know how I can show pictures on YouTube or TikTok. I mean, I know I can on TikTok. I can just upload the pictures. I just haven't yet. Missing the mark. Keeps them going outside. Oh, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. When it wants to tie a knot into itself. I'm like, why are you at... Yeah, see, you're trying to fuck up my whole shit, dude. What's going on? Yeah, dude. That is the worst H ever. I can't leave that one. See? There's going to be a few edits in this, isn't there? Dude. Oh, what is this mess that I've caused here? Oh, and that's the G. Part of the G is there. Now the G is messed up. Damn. See, sometimes one little mistake can make it all go to shit. Oh, see, the G's all messed up now, but I'm not going to redo the G. Sometimes that happens when you're sewing. It gets all twisted up. Things go to shit. This is going to be a fun one to edit. Good practice, though. If I want it to look good, there's quite a few things that I'm going to have to take out of this. It's that friggin' glue that's messing it all up. I don't know why they use glue at certain spots. Man, this liner was not supposed to be that hard, but you never know until you get started. There, fair enough. And see, you know why another reason my name of this company is Fair Enough? It's because that works for me, and it is fair enough.